My name is Mike McElroy. I'm the current mayor. Was born in Aurora, Illinois, and went all through high school in Decatur, moved to Danville and started two or three businesses over there, and had an opportunity to come back to work for John Skeffington in 1988, and have been here since. I'm very, very, very proud of being on the council. I've been on the council 6 years as a councilman and 6 years as the mayor. I took over, ran an election and took over the 2 years that Mayor Osborne had left, so it's been a 1 2-year term and a 1 4-year term. I see great things for and believe Decatur is in for the best times that we've had. I think that there are things that are being done in this community that have been needed for a long time, and there are innovative and new things in this community, such as the intermodal, that are coming that are going to make a big difference in what happens to all of us as citizens of Decatur. It's an exciting time, and I think that all of us are going to see the better days. Hopefully, the employment will go up. We certainly need to have that happen. I went through the MacArthur today. Not very many communities can say, no communities in the state of Illinois can say, that we've got 2 new high schools in our community. We can say that in Decatur, so thank you.
Thank you. Bishop Livingston.
Thank you, Gary, for hosting this event. Decatur, you know, is a wonderful place and has some wonderful people. It's a great place to live, and it's a wonderful place to work. We have a rich history and some incredible resources, but we also have a lot of work to do. We have the highest jobless rate in the state of Illinois. In the last 6 years, we've lost 3,000 jobs. In the last 6 years, we've lost 3,000 people from our community. Every day, 21,000 people work here but don't live here. And 1 in 4 of our residents live at or below the poverty level. Many segments of our population actually feel underrepresented. We cannot afford 4 more years of the same, because the same is not working for everybody. For the past 20 years, I've been involved in this community in the trenches, not just at meetings, but actually doing work and helping people. Now I'd like to have the opportunity to help our city succeed. We must come off the bottom. We must do better. We must turn around our downward trending population, where we're losing people on a daily basis. There are 3 things that are critical, I believe, right now. 1 is education. We must work with education and business. We must get our students properly prepared. We must work with people who have been out of the workforce for 10 or 15 years to get them properly prepped for taking tests. We must, secondly, work on economic empowerment. We've got to do more to help people connect with the jobs that are available. And then finally, we need to do better with engagement. There are too many 25 to 45-year-olds or other segments of our population that feel disconnected. I want to help our city move forward faster, and I believe it's time for us to shift from good to great.
Thank you. Councilman McDaniel.
Good evening. My name is Pat McDaniel. I'm running for mayor because I want to bring to the position of mayor responsible leadership with a good dose of common sense as the community makes plans to continue to move Decatur forward, and for those citizens who presently call our community home, and for those citizens who will call Decatur home in the future. I was born, raised, and educated in Decatur, returned to my hometown as a Vietnam War veteran because I wanted to be part of Decatur's future and work with the other returning veterans and community citizens in keeping our community advancing. I bring to the position of mayor not only my 4 years as a council member who has joined with 6 other council members in voting for legislation, policies, and city projects that have helped make a difference the last 4 years in moving the community forward. Major improvements or actions have taken place or are planned in our city's basic infrastructure, continuing to fund basic city services, creating pro-growth policies to help retain existing industries, and make the community look more attractive to potential new retail companies and industry that might want to make Decatur their new home. I have kept one eye on the community's big picture, planning for the future, while keeping my feet firmly on the ground to address the direct quality of life issues that affect us all in our daily lives. Not one person on the present council can take credit for all the progress that has been made over the last 4 years in our community. That credit goes to all the council members and city staff, and especially the citizens of the community, because they've had to pay for that progress that has been made. That is the bottom line. It is always first in my mind that the community residents will have to pay for the city improvement projects, and we have to make sure the right plans for the right projects are being made, as well as making sure those plans are practical and functional for the city funds being used. I bring to the position of mayor 4 intense years as a city councilman. I have never missed a council meeting.
Mr. McDaniel, your time's up.
Sorry.
Thank you. Mr. Chapman.
Good evening. My name is Dustin Chapman. I attended Decatur Christian High School up until my junior year. At that point, I transferred to Cerro Gordo, where I graduated. Immediately after graduation, I moved to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where I went to college. I was in Florida for about 2 years. At that point, I moved to Chicago, lived in Chicago for probably around 6 months to 9 months area, at which point I moved back to Decatur. After graduation, I always knew I wanted to go out, go to school, and check out other places, but I never had any doubt in my mind that I would be coming back to Decatur. Decatur's my home. It's where all my friends are. I want to see Decatur succeed. There are many great things happening in Decatur right now with the potential of job creation with the Midwest Inland Port and intermodal. We have to utilize it. We have to bring jobs to the city. There's many, many issues that are facing the city right now. Jobs will fix most of them. As mayor and part of the city council, you have to be out there selling cities on what our city can offer. That is, I believe that at this point is the #1 issue that we're facing.